I think we can all agree that decluttering faster is definitely a goal when it comes to trying to live more clutter-free. I think we all want the ability to make decisions more quickly and to be able to move through our house pretty much as fast as possible so we can just get it done and start enjoying the benefits. Today, I want to give you 10 tips on how you can really speed up the decluttering process. Now, these tips are not meant to help you like declutter your whole house in a day or one weekend. I actually don't believe that. I do not believe that at all. If you're gonna do a thorough declutter, you're definitely gonna wanna take some time as far as like months go or weeks go, but to make each decluttering session faster and to just kind of get some hacks and ideas of how to move it along, I think is gonna be great. So that's what I'm here to do today. Thanks for joining me, and let's hop right in. All right, in absolutely no particular order, number one, be ruthless. Be ruthless. If you want to, you can pretty much come up with an excuse to keep every single item. So try not to let yourself stew over each item. Be completely ruthless. If it's something you do not need, if it's something you do not use, if it's something damaged, or if it's something that you really don't love, let it go and don't even think about it. In fact, I love the idea of getting black garbage bags so that you can't even see what's in there at the end of the decluttering project. It's just like, nope, it's done, it's over, it's decluttered. You don't even have to like look and second guess. So just be as ruthless as humanly possible. I promise, especially in the beginning phases of decluttering, this will serve you so well. All right, my second tip is not to get caught up on selling every item. This is something that I think is kind of tempting, especially when you're decluttering, to try and like save money as an overarching goal. But if you try and sell every single item, you can really slow your progress. So I recommend setting a budget. Like, I won't sell anything worth less than $20, or I won't sell anything less than $100 or something like that. When I decluttered, I only sold furniture. That was my rule. If it's furniture, I can sell it. If not, I'm donating it. I'm not gonna like waste time. I hate to say that, but I'm not gonna waste time sitting around for people to reply to me on Facebook Marketplace or something like that. However, some of you have mentioned that you're kind of concerned with the idea of putting things in donation because they end up in the landfill. What I have to say about that is it's true. It's really hard to think of things being thrown away, wasted, landing in or ending up in the landfill. I know that's really hard, but the thing has already been made. The product has been consumed, and it's either taking up space in your home or it's taking up space in the landfill where it is designated to go. So, I mean, this is a tough one, but it kind of helps when you start thinking about this, just cutting back on consumption. You can try and sell things on the Facebook Marketplace. If you're really bothered by this concept of potential waste, then try and sell things, but I would definitely set limits. All right, declutter as you go through your house. Don't necessarily wait for like allotted chunks of time to declutter, although I do recommend doing that as well. But as you're cooking, think, do I have too many spatulas? Do I have things in my bathroom when you're getting ready in the morning? Do I have makeup products that are expired that I'm not using that I can donate or get rid of? So as you go, I call this being a clutter gatekeeper. Just be looking for things and also set aside time to declutter, but don't just declutter during those allotted times. Kind of always be on the lookout for little items that you can get rid of easily. All right, my fourth tip is to focus on high impact areas to declutter first. So things that are gonna make your life so much easier. I love starting in the kitchen. We're always in the kitchen. So I feel like the kitchen is a great place to start because this will greatly impact your life. It's gonna make things run smoother automatically. You're quickly gonna see the benefits, and this in and of itself is gonna propel you forward. This just makes decluttering faster overall if you've got this motivation, if you're feeling inspired, if you're seeing the benefits, you will keep moving. And that is the goal, is not to slow down, but to keep moving forward. So choose a high impact area to start decluttering first. Don't choose sentimental items. Don't go through your baby clothes. Those things are definitely slower process items, but things that are really easy, that's gonna make a big difference. Start there. All right, my next tip to help you speed up the decluttering process is to have a system and try and work efficiently from start to finish. And what I mean by having a system is having like 4 different categories that you lump your items into. Maybe you've got trash, you've got donate/sell, things you want to keep, and then things you need to relocate in your home. So having this system, I actually like to put little papers up on the wall. I've done this before, and it's a really, really helpful visual, and it helps you stay efficient, which is going to make the process faster. So try and stay efficient, have a system, and that's really, really gonna help. All right, for my next tip, and kind of going along with the last one, is stay on task. It can be so tempting to start cleaning and organizing once you get into a decluttering project, and even having like relocate items distract you. Like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna run this little teddy bear back to my kid's bedroom, or I'll just put these blocks away or whatever, but that can really slow you down. So try and stay on task during your decluttering sessions and not get distracted by cleaning, organizing, relocating. You can do all of that once you've ended the decluttering session, and it doesn't need to even happen that day. So it's something that you can kind of put off for later, but I definitely think staying on task is a huge help. Like I mentioned earlier, there are definitely areas of your home that are going to be harder to declutter than others. Like I mentioned, sentimental items, baby clothing. For me, home decor is a little bit tricky just because I love it so much. So if you find yourself stalling or getting stuck, move on. You can come back to it later. Go through your junk drawer, go through under your kitchen sink, do something that's really easy that you can make decisions really quickly on. So you can always come back to these other projects later when you've had a little bit more time to think. But if you're feeling like you're slow and you're getting slowed down by these hard decisions, just move on and come back to it at another time. If all else fails, have 3 different categories that you can declutter at any given time. So if you're feeling motivated or in the mood to declutter, you can always fall back on these 3 categories. Here are the ones that I suggest. A whole house sweep, where you just take a garbage bag and you just move quickly from room to room and collect things that are obviously things that are not being used or loved, things that you do not need at all. So this could take like 10 or 15 minutes, and it's really rewarding to fill up a bag or to count how many items you can find. So a whole house sweep is always really good. And don't forget to open drawers. There's usually tons of things that can be decluttered inside them. For the second area that's always a really quick decluttering project, surface areas. Go into the kitchen, go into the bathrooms, any surface area that's maybe collected papers, kids' art. These are usually like clutter magnets. Flat surfaces, for some reason, usually accumulate very quickly. So you can just, again, go through your house with a bin or a bag and just collect all of that clutter off of the flat surfaces. You can do this really fast. Lastly, try and declutter an area that usually builds up pretty quickly. For me, this is the pantry, the fridge, the junk drawer. Those are like my top 3 accumulating areas. They always need attention. I am constantly decluttering these areas. So have a couple of areas that you notice in your home that accumulate clutter really fast and are always building up, and you can always take a few minutes and work on those. All right, for my 9th tip, get things out of the house as quickly as possible. I always say give yourself like a maybe bin where you can think about it, or a box. I actually like a box the best because you can write on it, if you haven't opened by this certain date, donate it. Tape it up. Don't even let yourself think about what's inside. That's a really good option. But if you just have a bin or a tote, that's obviously fine too. You can let yourself think about things that you really are struggling with, but everything else you have to get out of your house, even if you just put it in the trunk of your car or in the basement, garage, somewhere, but try and get it to the donation center as soon as you can so that you are not allowing yourself time to second guess and pull out items that really in the end you didn't need or love. If you really are wanting to get a clutter-free home faster, you've got to stop bringing so much into it. I know this can be so tricky, but I have a few hacks. And number one, that is to go on a spending freeze where all you buy is gas and groceries. Pay your bills, pay your rent, but anything extra, don't buy. You can decide a week, a month, however long you want to. I've heard of people doing spending freezes for up to a year or more, which literally blows my mind, and these people are my hero. I really want to go on a spending freeze this summer. I will bring you along and kind of show you how it goes and let you know how I did, but go on a spending freeze and that will really help cut the accumulation in your home, which obviously is going to make the process so much faster. Going along with that, the 1 in, 1 out rule is a really, really simple, basic one. You bring one thing into your house, one thing can go. It doesn't have to be like a 1 for 1, 1 book for 1 book. It could be whatever you want. 3 items in, 3 items out. I've even heard of 1 item in, 2 items out, or 3 items out. That is amazing. And I don't think consumables really count, like food. I don't count that at all. But if you get items for your wardrobe and you're trying to keep it at a specific number, go ahead and let a couple things go. Anything like that that's gonna kind of have a permanent residence in your home, at least for the next little while. So I love that tip. Also, give yourself the 2-week rule. That is, if there's something that you really think you want to buy, give yourself some time to think about it. I have loved doing this. It has stopped me from buying so many things, especially in the beginning where I was really getting used to cutting out shopping as a boredom buster. And I was kind of changing my lifestyle. This is about a year ago, and it was kind of hard. And I was used to impulse buying, and I was trying to break the habit. And what I did is I would wait on an item for at least a week or 2. And if I forgot about it, which I usually did, great. That's one less thing in my home, one less thing for me to manage. If I really still wanted it, I went ahead and bought it, but it really, really helped me cut the accumulation down, and in the end I saved a ton of money. And obviously my home did not accumulate clutter as fast because I wasn't bringing so much in. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I make tons of videos just like this one. Also, leave a comment down below letting me know some of your clutter-free hacks or tips to declutter your home even faster. We would all appreciate it. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.